Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and in this video I'm going to give you a review and, well, my experience with the Greyhawk vanes by Grey Archery. I was not paid to review or test this product, but we'll be going through pros and cons of them. There's a lot of pros, that's for sure, but we'll go through them. I've been shooting these vanes for 3 months now. Brought them to Arizona Cup. Did not shoot the Arizona Cup tournament with them because that would have been the first big tournament of the year, and I wanted to use a vane that I already had experience with. Granted, I got to test these out pretty good at practice in the Arizona wind, and they fared very well. But we're going to get into all of that in this video, and I'll have links down below so you can check them out on Grey Archery's site and get an idea for yourself. Before we get started though, I want to let you know we have the new Happy Shooting t-shirts in the Short Shot Archery shop. We also sell things like tungsten points in a variety of colors: gold, black, silver, and, well, tons of other products like wind socks, target flags, 360 spinners. So check them out. It helps support the channel so that I can find more time to make more of these videos for you guys, because I do want to make lots of videos, many a video. So first off, let's get into some specifications here, give you an idea on what you're getting. They come in this handy dandy little envelope, I guess you would call it. They open right up, and there they are down in there. They make them currently in 1 3/4. They come in a variety of colors. I was testing out the white vanes, but they make red, blue, pink, green, and there's several others. You can check them out on their website. Besides that though, you get 50 vanes per pack, which is pretty good. That's pretty standard. You also get 60 double-sided tapes to stick them onto your arrows, so you get more tape than you do vanes, which is also smart and handy. You also get the edge tape, so you can actually stick the edges down onto your shafts, like you can see here. Black edge tape, so pretty good. All right, next up, we're going to go through some of the pros of these vanes. Some things that stuck out was their durability. I shot these vanes for 3 months without changing them, and the most that I could do was I hit one, which cut a little piece out of it, and it did actually put a little bit of a crease in this vane. Other than that, the rest of my arrows that were fletched with the Greyhawks held up really nicely. But more importantly than the vanes holding up is that there was no flight issues with the arrow after the vanes were damaged. There's a brand or two out there that, once you damage the vanes, depending on what edge of the vane you damage, you could have issues with the flight. This is not the case for these vanes. I've been shooting this one constantly with the little rip in the vane here. No issues. Some other brands, this would cause a major flight error. Yeah, this would cause a major flight problem or error, and usually the back end of your vane is going to be kicking out all funky, and you'll be going from making a shot that was probably like a 9 or a 10 to now you're in the 4 ring or worse. So that is not the case. Of course, longer term usage of these vanes is really going to help showcase that from more than just one archer, me. Now, granted, I have shot these for 3 months. Figure, the arrows are getting shot several times a day. So there's hundreds, if not thousands, of shots with these. So we are starting to get some decent numbers. But when you have that repeated across 100, 200, 1,000 different archers, as these get out into the public more, we're going to get a lot more quality data from all of these people and feedback, which is pretty cool. Another important thing about these vanes is that they were smart, because it still drives me crazy on some other companies' vanes. Gray Archery made the Greyhawk vanes nice and flat, nice and straight on the top and the bottom of the vane. It makes it so much easier to line the vane up with the tape and the markings you have on your shaft. If you fletched a lot of arrows, you probably understand my pain. The other companies that have like a half moon still, because they never cut the ends of their vanes flat, it's really difficult to fletch, because how can you fletch? Well, you can fletch, but it's hard to fletch consistently on a curve. It's much easier to fletch on a straight line than trying to fletch on a curve, because how do you know you're really putting that vane in the right spot if you have a curve you're trying to work with? Because you could easily, put it off center a little bit, but if it's straight, it's pretty easy to stick it in the same spot every single time. So it makes fletching and just the overall consistency of these vanes much better, which makes me happy. Another really neat thing about these vanes is they are both right and left-handed, because there is no curl to them. They're not curled like your normal spin wings or spider wings or SX wings or any of those. They're both left and right because you just flip them the opposite way to get left or right. Makes it really easy. Well, one, I can appreciate it from a manufacturing standpoint. Pretty sweet to be able to have a product that can do both left and right-handed shooters without actually having to change how you make the product for left and right-handed shooters. Pretty sweet. From an archer standpoint, I appreciate it, because what happens for kicks? I just want to try left-handed vanes. Let's fletch them lefty and let's see how it goes as a right-handed shooter. Well, instead of me spending another 15, 20, 30, some of these companies, $50 for vanes, I just put them on the opposite way. Just fletch them the opposite way, and you're good to go. So I personally find that really easy. Now, possibly, if you're a very, very new archer, you could possibly fletch some arrows lefty and some arrows righty, but then at that point, have you really gotten to the skill level, the knowledge level of fletching your own arrows? But I'm sure that's going to be few and far, between where people actually have that problem. And it would be a great learning experience. You're going to learn real quick when half your arrows are fletched right and half your arrows are fletched left. Kind of would be entertaining. I already talked about the variety of colors. Not the biggest list of colors. There's definitely brands that have way bigger lists of colors, but Gray's offering a good variety for this particular type of material, and it's an interesting type of material. I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems like it's some type of like a vinyl. It almost has like a paper feel. I personally left these in a cup of water I took a couple vanes and just left them in a cup of water for 3 months, because I was like, it really feels like heavy duty, like poster board or like heavy duty paper, but it isn't. It has to be some type of vinyl, and they are stiff, but I don't think they're too stiff. They also get durability, and they're definitely water resistant, because they would have fallen apart after being in water for 3 months. So pretty neat there. It's nice to see other materials being used. I feel like most vanes are made out of the same type of material consistently, so it's nice to see somebody, a company expanding the horizons of possible materials used to make fletchings. Another cool thing, going back to the packaging, is since these vanes are flat and not curled like spin wings, they lay flat. You know how much easier this is to ship in your bow case to a tournament? Like, oh, it got squished. Oh wait, they're already flat. You don't have to worry about crushing them. Yeah, I guess if you got crushed long ways, you might be in trouble, but if you have regular spin wings, if you get crushed anyway, or you could possibly be in trouble, depending on how badly they get crushed. Coming down to performance, these vanes did really well. They group just as well as spin wings or spider vanes. They did a really good job. My sight setting actually didn't change for either one. I would have chronographed all of this. My chronograph is currently down for the count, and working on getting a better option for testing out arrow speed and stuff. Maybe we can get some additional points. We'll get to that at some point when that actually happens, but I can definitely tell you, 3 months, same exact sight setting. They grouped with the other types of veins, really consistent, which is good, because you would think, from my experience shooting, more straight veins, not spin wings, not curled veins. Usually these perform not as well in terms of arrow height. Usually they fly a little lower because they're a little heavier. But nope, that's not the case. They did a good job. All right, now for cons. There's not really a huge issue with anything about these veins. They're really good. Are they the very best ones out there? I don't know. Time's gonna tell for that. The only thing is, and this is just like the only thing I would say that's very average about them, is the edge tape is good, but it's not like exceptional. For the most part, I would say out of a dozen arrows, maybe 3 had a slight problem with one of the 2, where it would kind of untwist a little bit, like the adhesive didn't quite bond to the other half of the edge tape. Not a big deal, I've had other brands where all 12 arrows edge tape was coming off, so they're good. But there seems to be other edge tapes out there that are a little bit better. If they could find a way to switch to that, it would just make the veins even better. Doesn't really have too much to do with their actual performance, but in terms of less hassle for me, the archer, less times I have to refletch or fix things, and I can just spend my time focusing on shooting arrows down range and working on my form, the better. That's kind of like my personal thing. It's about how easy can I make my life so that I can just do the part of archery that's the most fun, and the actual archery part, and that is shooting. I think that little thing would make these veins even better, but again, definitely not a major issue. Other than that, though, I personally would put these, like, if there was a top 4 veins, no particular order, I would put the Greyhawks in there with the spider veins, the SX wings, even spin wings. Each one of them has their own little thing, they're good at. You got like the OG spin wings, you got the spider veins. A lot of the newer records, have been shot with them, maybe by a particular archer, but still a good vein. XS wings, you got tons of variety, different sizes, different heights. Again, another good vein that also has records. This is kind of the new kid on the block, but I really do see potential in these veins. I really think they could do good things. Again, time is going to tell, and since we're kind of early on this particular product rolling out, we'll have to see what the rest of the archery community thinks about them and their experiences with them. So wrapping up, overall, this is a great vein at a great price. $15 is not too bad. Of course, that may change based on your region of the world, but converting the South African currency to USD, it comes in at about $15. That's not including shipping or taxes or anything like that. Still not bad. There's a lot of other veins that'll charge 3 or maybe even 4 times as much. There's $50 veins on the market, which is kind of absurd. If there is local like resellers in the United States, I'll have them listed down below in the description. Or if you're from other countries, or like say Europe or Asia or South America, you may want to contact your local archery shops, or contact Gray Archery directly and see if they have anybody selling them, or you might just have to order from the Gray Archery's website. So with that, check out the links down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep an eye out to see where these go. And other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And as always, happy shooting.